Yeah, hello guys. Today is the 8th of October 2025, and today this is around 7 a.m. in the morning. We are taking some water pregnant materials to the city of Onisha. Onisha is I think, in the eastern part of Nigeria, so that is where this is going this morning. And what is the purpose and why is this essential? So the problem is that we normally have a lot of experiment on this, and we will normally do this because some people will ask me on my DM that what can they use in order to correct their water, different types of things they can use in correcting the waters. And basically we have used a lot of things that we can use, but the concursive shell is just a natural way to me of correcting the water, because that is what I use, that is what mainly give me results. And I use other parameters too. I use like the bicarbonate of soda. I use like the calcium chloride. I don't basically use soda ash because I know many people use that, because I don't use that. Because why I don't use some of those parameters is that it depends on the water level. To me, based on my experience, I noticed that like what's it called, like the soda ash, it buffers water very rapid. And I normally tell you, we have lot of things. We use cassiterite, we use zoolite, we use hydrolite, we use a lot of things. There are a lot of things you can use, but this really depending and based on what is wrong with your water. I think the first point of call for you is to examine and know what is really wrong with your water. If you don't know, you can take it to any good laboratory to test your water for you to give you a perfect analytic result if you don't know. But if you want to know, you can get some kit. Sometimes you don't really need to take your water to the lab test. There are some kits that we also sell if you need it. It is the paper test kit, like the 16 in 1. The 16 in 1, 14 in 1, 13 in 1. It takes care of all, virtually most of the parameters in your water. You can name it iron, alkaline, chlorine, um, lot of parameters. The pH, the takes care of hardiness, lot of parameters. That is the 16 in 1. I will bring it out maybe in my next video, because I couldn't bring it out now. And what we also use, some of the parameters that are most dangerous to your water, if you have tested once and you notice you don't have iron, and you notice you don't have some of these, your nitrite, your nitrate is okay, and you notice you are free from that, and we only want to deal with maybe your pH, your hardiness, because pH and hardiness works in part too, because the lower your pH becomes, your sometimes the lower your hardiness comes with it. So for you to buffer it, maybe your pH is in 4 and your hardiness is in like 100. But this tells you that for you to buffer it, you will need some slower materials in order to take it up a little. Because if you put something like the soda ash that are very fast in doing so, this will can buffer your hardiness to like 2000. And once it takes your hardiness to your 2000, there's a problem. What I mean by problem is that you need a balanced water. If your water is too soft, problem. If your water is too hard, problem. So that is where you need to balance between the ranges. It's like when you want to buffer your water from 4 and you now use the parameters that takes it to 9 or 10, you know it's danger. It has gone to alkaline. And there are some alkaline in your water that are very dangerous too as well. So in order for you to do this, you will need a certain materials for you to use. And some of these materials to use is like the seashell, it's like the calcium chloride. If you are having maybe the calcium in your water is a little bit lower, or you are having other kinds of parameters, your dirtiness is a little bit higher. You just want to cushion it up a little bit in order to meet up with your pH. This will work perfectly for you. So in here, we are sending some seashells to the city of Onisha this morning. And because of that, I'm making, for what I've said so far, I'm making some experiment on it. In here, I have some water. into two bowls here. I have some water here, and if I should put some water in here, and I tried to let me go for the pH so that you can understand. Let me go for the pH so that you can understand. So let me just go for the pH so that you can understand. So going for the pH, I will first test the water. I will first test the water. So testing the water, this is the water here. I'll put some here and I'll put some drops for the pH. So by the time I put some drops, looking in here, you will notice that the water is around 5. Uh, 5 is around 5. So I'll wash it away. And 5 to 5.5, yes, like that. I'll wash it away. And I will now put some of the seashell. This is the compost seashell that we mixed. This is it. So I'll put some of the seashell in here. So by the time I put some of the seashells in here, and note, this is the same water I'm putting here. And sorry, I forgot that I will need to test for the water temperature. I will test for the water hardness. I will test for the conductivity of the water. So the atmospheric temperature we have here is 26.1 degrees centigrade. As it is now, conveniently, we can use this weather to hatch for a very perfect result. So by the time I tested for the uh, atmosphere of this still takes it to 26. So I think it's still okay for your hatchery process. And the the hardiness we have here, we have an hardiness of 151. Yes, 151. And let me check the conductivity that we have here. The conductivity, I will have to put it to shift a little. So my conductivity here is 302. So we have 302. We have 302. As you can see, we have the conductivity for 302, and we have the. Let me go again for the hardiness. So in here we have the hardiness. I will have to stop it. We have the hardiness for 150. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for okay, this one. I've gone to phosphorus. From I will have to shift it back to yes. I have to shift it back to centigrade. So what I'm looking at, I have 151, and conveniently I'm looking for a total of 250. I'm working towards 50 to 250. So we'll be using the seashell now, and let me just test for the pH now that we have tried to buffer a little. So this is the pH we are trying to buffer a little. So I'll be putting some water which has the seashell. So and I will need to put a drop, for example. So putting in this drop here, and I checked it, you can see what I got here. This has taken it to 7.5. Yeah. So you can see it takes it to 7.5. So once this can take it to 7.5, and we have an hardness of 1.5, 151. Yeah, we have 151, and we have the uh, weather of 26.1. So I'll be checking for the hardness now to see what we got. So I just want to tell you how this can take it a little that you can enjoy using it. So if I should put it here for the hardiness,